Okay, this is a 2022 Royal Enfield Meteor 350. I bought this bike a few months ago, and I've always liked the British bikes. And it's my first bike, so I just thought I'd go with the approachable one. And I'm not disappointed. It's got enough to get you around town. 0 to 55 is not bad at all. I mean, very approachable, very manageable, not heavy, not jerky or anything like that. It's just very manageable for a first-time rider. But what I have done to it, cosmetically and performance-wise, cosmetics, bar end mirrors, fork gaiters. That's pretty much it, because I didn't like the standard mirrors that are in here and they come up here and they're all chrome, and it's just, I'm not a huge fan of the chrome, but to each his own. The performance-wise, more interesting is and I've gotten all of these performance parts from Hitchcock's Motorcycles over in England. Over here in the States, there's just nothing as far as, unless you're getting official Royal Enfield parts from a dealer, there's really nothing that's well made, or things that are made specifically for it. You gotta go over in England where these things are a little bit more popular, which is a bummer because the shipping costs you an arm and a leg, but it's, anyways, I got the DNA Performance air filter and the cover on that. The exhaust, I have decatted it. I did this myself, and it's, I'm really kicking myself because I did not make a video on a step-by-step process, because I have not seen anybody, even on all the videos that I've been consuming on this bike, I have not seen anybody do this. I literally just, because the silencer used to set here, and there was a catalytic converter that sat right underneath here. Literally, I just unbolted that, no wiring, it's just a few bolts. And I scooted this silencer, just clamped it here, and reused the bracket here that used to be here that held this. I just flipped it around and took this spacer washer thing that used to be in here. I just flipped that around, ran the bolt through to give it some stability, but as you can see, it's on there good. And like, this is all original parts. I didn't have to go dig around, find anything special, custom, all that stuff. It's just, I just reused everything that was here on the system itself. The only thing that I had to go out and buy for it was I had to get some gasket maker here, because this clamp, because of the way it sits in there, it just can't clamp it as good as it needs to. So I had to go get some gasket maker and just get a nice airtight seal there so I don't get any blowback. And it sounds a million times better, in my opinion. Yeah, so that speaks for itself. The only thing that you gotta be, that happens when you get that air filter and that catalytic converter off of there, the bike runs super lean. the ECU just freaks out and it just runs it super lean to where you really gotta, when I first did the exhaust, I was all jacked up, so I went out for a ride, and it just was dogging so bad. And so I had to go out and get this, the Fuel X Pro tuner. I got the Pro because I like to fiddle with things, and it was well worth it. It just makes the bike run. You can increase the richness there, makes the bike run so much smoother. The throttle actually responds, and just the bike runs cooler. I mean, even if you didn't even touch the exhaust or anything and you just got the tuner, you could probably, just because of the Euro 5 restrictions and everything that they've got on it, it would help your bike last longer, because I mean they're just running them so lean for emissions and stuff. So but yeah, so very, very approachable, very nice. The exhaust obviously sounds great, without actually having to go out and spend any money on it. So you don't have to go out and find some exhaust system or having somebody custom make something. I mean, you can literally just use the parts that you have here. So yeah, I just was posting just because there wasn't really as many videos as they have as far as reviews on these bikes. There's not really a lot of content as far as what people actually do with them. Real people, you know, it's always they're advertising for something, or they're just a bike review channel where they just say it's cool and buy it, I guess. But there's nothing that really, there's no content as far as videos go, as far as showing you what you can do with it, what it will look like when you actually make it your own. There's obviously forums and stuff like that, but it's mostly just people having problems with something, or you know, it's just nothing about like, oh, I actually did this to my bike, look at it. It's always like, oh, my, you know, the ECU's freaking out, or this, that, and the other thing. And that's good and all, but there's just nothing to really show you what the bike can do or what it can look like. So there it is. There you go.